Welcome everybody, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be beginning a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2. Coming off of our Tyranny playthrough, we are going to be diving straight into another Obsidian game. This game is the successor to the Neverwinter Nights 1 saga. There are 4 main campaigns in Neverwinter Nights 2. There is the original campaign, which can be seen there, the official campaign. There is the Mask of the Betrayer expansion, the Storm of Zehir add-on expansion as well, and the Neverwinter Nights 2 Mysteries of Westgate, which I've actually never played, so I wonder if it's any good. I've never tried it. It is single player only apparently, but yeah, we'll give it a shot after we're done all the other parts. So, let's start the original campaign. I've given some thought on what kind of character I wanted to make. Initially, I was going to go with something like a Warlock, but I'm not feeling the Warlock really right now. So, we'll play it by ear. Unlike the original Neverwinter Nights, there are several sub-races or subspecies of every race that you can be. For example, the dwarves can be shield dwarves, grey dwarves, gold dwarves. Elves can be the drow, moon elves, sun elves, wild elves, wood elves, etc. And they all have different racial abilities and bonuses that they get based on what they are and where they come from. Humans are the only ones that, or one of the only ones that don't have a sub-race or subspecies, because humans are just humans. They're apparently pretty boring, although they do have some really good racial traits. The one thing you want to note when you're going to be creating a race or a character in this game is that some of the more powerful races, for example the Yuan-Ti Pureblood, they have level adjustments. So basically what this means is when you create your Yuan-Ti Pureblood character, for example, they have a level adjustment of 2. That means that in effect, you will have a class level 1 character that counts as a level 3 character in terms of experience gain. So you will need significantly more experience to hit class level 2 than, say, a human with no level adjustment would to get to level 2. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're creating a character. For our purposes, I think I'm going to go with... What do I want to be? I don't really want to be an orc. I mean, I guess we could be half-orc like we normally go. Half-orc warrior, just like in Baldur's Gate? Okay, yeah, that's not a bad idea. It's our go-to. Let's zoom in on this head here. That is one ugly mug. Oof. So we're gonna make him taller. We're gonna make him girthier. We're gonna give him a better head selection. Let's turn him around so we can see. I don't love that one. No. Yeah, actually, that one's not so bad. Okay, I'm gonna go with the full beard, and I'm gonna go with some better hair. Not that hair. Some very well gelled hair for an orc. Sort of like a top knot type thing? Or no, just brushed back hair. That is super shaggy. That is a monk cut. That's got like this sort of mini top knot. Ooh, a mohawk. I kind of like the mohawk. Alright. What do we want to have for eye color? We could go with dark eyes. We could go with really pale eyes. Maybe some like... really pale eyes? Actually, that looks kind of cool. Or maybe like a... yeah, let's go with that. That looks pretty good. We are rocking the extremely bushy eyebrows, which is fine. That sounds exactly like what we'll do as orcs. I'm just going to move my microphone a teensy bit. And yeah, we're going to go with that. We are going to be a straight up fighter in this one. With our very, very shiny armor. And we are of course going to go lawful evil, which is what we normally go to. For deity, we're going to choose Bane. Bane is the god of strife, hatred, tyranny, and fear. The favorite weapon is a morning star, but that doesn't matter too much. And we're going to choose our stats. So, key for a fighter is good amount of strength. And then next up, you want a certain amount of dexterity. I think it's 13. Ooh, this is going to be a rough go of things. That is some bad charisma. We might actually have to lower our strength a teensy bit. Or we could try something neat, actually. Yeah. No, but go back. And go back again. Yeah, we're going to try something different this time. We're going to be a Bard Red Dragon Disciple. That's going to be kind of cool. They're a very interesting class to play. Or we could make a really, really tanky character by getting Sorcerer to start with. You get a couple levels of Sorcerer in you, and then you go Red Dragon Disciple, and then you also go Pale Master. And the reason is you get huge natural armor class bonuses for being a Pale Master plus being a Red Dragon Disciple. And you just become this unstoppable killing machine. You can't hit anything because your attack bonus is atrociously bad. But you can never be hit either. Let's go Bard Red Dragon Disciple, that's what we'll do. And then we can pick some other classes to mix in there, maybe some fighter levels or something like that later on. We're going to go Neutral Evil then. We're still going to choose, actually we're going to choose someone different. Not Kalembor, maybe Mask? Mask is Neutral Evil, he likes the longsword, I like the longsword. He likes Shadows and Thievery and Thieves, and we're a Bard, that's close enough. Good enough, so we're going to choose a fair amount of strength. Still, we are going to choose a decent amount of intelligence. I think 13 is enough for what we may want to go to later on. Get a little bit of constitution, get dexterity. I think the... Hang on, let's just quickly check. I can't remember the prerequisite for spring attack. I think it's 13 in strength, or 13 dexterity if I'm not mistaken. Dexterity 13, yeah, okay, perfect. Got some intelligence, we got a little bit of... Can't click on anything? Good, we broke the game. Let's try this again. There we go. Maybe just 10 wisdom. The reason we don't want negative wisdom is it affects our will save, which is never a good thing. We'll get a little bit of more charisma, because bards technically need charisma for some reason. We could get 17 strength. That might be worthwhile. Or we could jump it straight into Constitution. Get a Dex and a couple more Constitution. 16, 14, 12, 13, 12? We don't need Wisdom that much other than to not have a bad will save. So let's try that. That looks pretty good. We can get pretty much all of the backgrounds. Now the backgrounds change some of your base skills. For example, Bully gives you +1 Intimidate, +1 Fortitude save, but -1 Bluff and -2 Diplomacy. Devout, for example, gives you +1 to your will save and +1 to concentration, but -1 diplomacy and bluff. So you kind of got to choose which one you want to do. I think we're going to choose something along the lines of... Bully's actually a pretty good one for us. We're going to do some intimidating. Fortitude save is going to be our best save though, or maybe not, maybe it'll be reflex. So some fort save isn't a terrible thing. Devout is also good because will saves are great, but diplomacy and bluff lowering is a little bit weird. Maybe Devout. Let's take a quick peek at some of the other ones though. Natural Leader is actually really good. It gives you a +1 to your companion's attack rolls and -1 to your saving throws though. So I mean, you make your group better, but you kind of suck more. So just keep that in mind. Survival, Spellcraft, no. Appraise, Lore. You know, it might be worthwhile to get +1 to Lore. I wonder if we can get Red Dragon Disciple faster. +1 Lore, -1 Diplomacy. We'll be a foreigner. Good enough. Let's customize our Bard. So we need Lore, first of all. That's going to be our primary stat. We can only get 4 in there. I think we actually need to get the full, I believe, 5 levels until... Or you have to be level 5 before you get enough Lore to become the Red Dragon Disciple. But that's okay. We'll work on that. We also have tons of skill points. So we're going to do things like Tumble, which gives us extra armor class. Pretty important. Intimidate, which is a cross-class skill, which sucks for us. Is Diplomacy better? Yes. So we're going to go with some Diplomacy for now. We'll get some Listen, some Move Silently, some Open Lock. Ooh, Open Lock's a cross-class skill. That sucks. Perform, I'm not going to worry too much about. I know Bards need it for their barding, but we're not going to be doing a whole lot of barding. Our barding... The only reason we chose Bard instead of Sorcerer is because they have a higher attack bonus rating, so we'll actually be able to hit things, which is sort of important when starting out the game. We only need 1 point to use magic device just so we can actually use it. That's about all we need it for now. We may pump more points into that later on. Spellcraft we're not going to worry about because we're not going to be using spells. Set trap, we're not too worried about that either. Disable device actually is probably a cross-class skill again. It totally is. So maybe we'll avoid that. Well, it might be worthwhile. You know what? We'll get use magic device later. Let's get some disable device. So we have some open lock. We have some disable device. We have no hide skill, so I don't know why we chose move silently. We could get rid of some listen, take hide instead. But we're never going to hide. You know what? We're going to be straight up frontline fighter. We don't need to move silently either. Moving silently is for chumps. We'll get some parry. We'll get some appraise? Yeah, we'll get some appraise just so we can buy cheaper items. Or do we want bluff? We kind of want bluff. There we go. That's good. Good enough. Done. We get some feats. We only get 1 because we are not human to start with. And we're also not a fighter. So we're probably going to... no, there is one ability you always, almost always want to take in the beginning of the game. It's called Luck of Heroes. And it gives you a +1 bonus to all saving throws, as well as a +1 luck bonus to armor class. It's an amazing first level ability, or feat, that you should almost always take, unless you were in dire straits of needing to get a prestige class as fast as possible. We're going to take a flare, light, and we're going to get resistance. Actually, we'll get rid of flare and we'll take daze. Daze is slightly better. It's still kind of garbage. We'll name our character Eltimar. We need a dark sounding name because we're going to be a red dragon disable, or a draconic name. Let's go with Sky. No. Let's go with Duskraiser. Yeah, Duskraiser. Eltimar Duskraiser. There we go. He's going to be 200 years old. Because why not?
Get on them! Attack, I say! To your weapons. Let's have at it!
That sounds kind of like our character should sound, the way he looks. So here we go. Let's start this thing out.
So many years ago today. Ah, my foster son is up and dressed, I see. Today is the High Harvest Fair, and the West Harbor Village Council requires me to man the archery competition.
That's
the human
racist.
need to celebrate Remembrance Days baffles me. But at least something productive may come of it. The merchant Galen is here. He'll want my furs, as he usually does. Coins can be useful in getting by. This past season has been a hard one, for both tilled fields and wildlands. While I attend to the archery contest, I will need you to deal with the merchant. Fetch my furs from the chest, over by the painting.
That dude does not allow you to get a word in crosswise. We'll disable the pop-ups, but we'll leave the tutorial going. Z is your up or highlight button in this game. It's a little bit different than in some other games. So we got the furs. There's also a door there. That is, of course, Dagon himself. He is the exposition champion of this game.
Good. I see you have the furs. Galen has probably set up his tent on the village green. He'll be enjoying the fair with the rest of the townsfolk. Last season, I asked him to bring a duskwood bow to trade. Sell him the furs and use the coins he gives you to purchase the bow. Your friends await you at the bridge. I suppose you're anxious to see the fair. But don't forget to trade with Galen.
No promises. Well, to be fair, we are going to go do that. Because it gives us experience, and that is the most important thing. Experience is always good. Alright, so we are in the world of Neverwinter Nights 2. It's a pretty game.
There you are. Come on, the fair's already started.
It's the biggest fair in years. There's folk in from all the outlying farms, and even a few from outside the mare. That means a big audience.
A big audience, all cheering for us. This year's our last chance to compete for the Harvest Cup. Our last chance to win.
No sense standing about then. Where do we start?
We sign up with Georg in the village square. Come on.
That name really should be Georg. But Georg sounds hilarious, so I'm okay with it. There's Jorg and Orlin.
And the blight. You're sure it's spreading, Orlin?
It's no blight, Georg. It's something else. There's no mold, no rot. It's like the crops don't want to grow. Like they haven't the guts to up and face the sun.
What do the druids say?
Well, it's just a rub, Georg. There's no druids to be found, not head nor heel. It used to be they'd warned me of troubles, long before I noticed the signs myself. But this time, we're out in silence. You think we ought to say something? Everyone's gathered for the fair, even from the outlying farms.
No. They ought to be free from cares, at least for a day. We'll go round tomorrow. Talk to the households one by one.
Right you are, Georg. Tomorrow, then.
I am like super tall.
Aha! I've been wondering when I'd see the three of you. Last year to compete, isn't that right?
Correct, Mango. Only for Bevel and me.
Better make it count then. Another victory speech from that muttonhead of a Mossfeld, and I think there'll be a riot. Rules are the same as ever. Win 3 of the 4 events, and you win the Harvest Cup. Win all 4, and the village council grants you a special prize. And nobody's done that since old Cormac.
What are the 4 events?
Well, there's the Harvest Brawl. Old favorite, that one. And the Tourney of Talent. But you've got Amy on your team, so you're certain to win.
Thanks, Georg.
Just the truth, young lady. Your foster father's running the archery competition, as always, and I managed to convince Tarmus to supervise the Knaves Challenge. I guess the Knaves Challenge will be your toughest event, though the Mossfeld boys might say otherwise.
Alright, we're ready to start.
If you have any troubles, you know where to find me. Oh, and good luck in the brawl!
We'll be fine. Maybe. Let's take a look at what's going on here. There's a man in green. Let's go talk to him. Good color green. Festive, I say. That is accurate. Let's see if we can unlock this chest. I don't know if we have the skill, but maybe. It's worth a shot. Oh, hey, we did totally do it. There's a white feather in here. Show me here you got the chest open, please. No. Who's Pitney Lannon? Hick, you're drunk, Pitney. No mead for you. Get your harvest mead here. Cold harvest mead. A mug of mead, and be quick about it. What? Oh no, not you lot. Got that Fern girl with you too? I haven't forgotten what happened last year, young lady, even if you have. Maybe we better go. Hi, that business on the roof. The swinging hips and that vulgar song. Not this year, young lady. On your way now. All of you? Wait, what? Swinging hips? Huh, she's blushing. Look at her cheeks go red. You two told me you made that up. Sounds like you planned the wrong act for the talent show. Knowing this town, you're probably right. Oh, we're full of... This is a redneck town. That was a really fast turn. Okay. Who else do we got? We got the Mossfield boys. Let's, oh yeah, there's no quick save in this game that I know of. So we're gonna just save here. Alright. Hey, look here, brothers. This one plans to win the brawl. Ha ha ha. Back off. Don't like folk touching me. Whatever. Ain't no one got time for you. Orlin, looking forward to your act, young Amy. Quick, quick. They're all waiting for you, dear. Waiting for me? Of course, juggling and puppetry are well and good, but the children want to see magic, and so do I. Come on, Amy. Your public awaits. Go do this thing. A summoning spell, you say? We have Summon Familiar. Ooh. And an enlargement spell. Alright, child, prepare to be big. Holy, he's a giant. Ray of Frost or Acid Splash? Acid Splash it is. We are awesome at magic. That was brilliant, young lady. Absolutely brilliant. I've not seen such a display of magic since, well... Mother, you alright? It's been a long time. Never mind all that. You three are most certainly the winners of the contest. That was quite a thrill for all of us. Oh, and I nearly forgot. Tarmus gave me these scrolls and said I should give them to his apprentice and her friends if they won the talent show. Thank you for the scrolls. Say, that was quite the show. You're good with that magic, young Amy. More than passing skillful, if you ask me, though I know you didn't. I wonder if you might have a look at a pig. A pig? Aye, that great hulking brute of Louis John's. His prize pig, he calls it, but I call it a trick, a cheat. I've never seen that hog before, and I've got an eye for hogs, as folks will tell you. I say he's been magicked, ensorcelled, but I can't prove it myself. Alright, we'll take a look. I much appreciate that. He's the big one down on the end. You find any magic on him, come back and tell me straight away. Is there some like in-game lag?
Orland's right. This pig's been enchanted. It's a faint aura, so it could have been a simple enlargement spell, or maybe a potion.
Can you dispel it?
Well, Retta did give us a scroll of Lesser Dispel. All I'd have to do is read the words.
Wait a minute. Shouldn't we say something to Louis? He's a foul old wretch. But we ought to give him a chance to withdraw his pig from the contest before he's shamed in front of everyone.
This is his own fault. We're gonna use the scroll. Alright, if I were a scroll of Dispel, where would I be? Right there. Oh, he's tiny. Hell's take you. Look what you done to my pig. Squeak. That makes me happy. Orlin, did you see the expression on that hog's face? Had a few glorious hours of being a big porker lording over his seniors, but now he's back to his poor little self. Bet there'll be some uncomfortable moments in the pigsty tonight. Ooh. And I'd say that's the last time anybody tries to magic a hog in this contest. Hate to see how Louis shamed, but he brought it on himself. How about a little something for our trouble, then? Have some of this pork jerky. Tough dry meat, but it tastes like the heavens, and keeps longer than bad memories. Good food for the road if you ever plan on taking a long walk. Foreshadowing. Thanks, Orlin. We also got some experience, which is important. No trouble at all. We are at 550 out of 1,000 experience to our level. Getting there. Alright, we're looking around. That's the Archer competition. We should probably save before doing that one. We'll save it under Eltimar 1. That's perfectly fine.
So, you've decided to compete for the cup, I see.
Yeah, we have.
I know this is your last year, but the rules apply to all. Even foster sons.
Says you. Fine, I'm ready to begin.
Fetch a crossbow from the barrel and take a few shots at the practice target. You must hit the target once before you can compete.
Oh man, we're gonna fail at this. We got decent dexterity, right? Let's take a quick look here. What's our attack bonus? +2. That is... It's not great. I'll definitely say that. A quick save is necessary in this game. Alright, here we go.
Are you ready to compete then?
Yes. Yes, I'm ready.
The rules are the same as last year. 10 shots and 10 targets. Your targets will be old bottles, set atop the crates yonder. 5 is the best score so far. If you remember the lessons that have been taught to you, you should be able to best that.
That's shadowing, though. 1. Nice. Solid hit. Good. Good. As long as we don't get any critical misses, we should be okay. That's 3. I jinxed myself, though. I hope we win. No, that was a critical miss. You can tell by the roll of 1. Alright, maybe if we just get 9, we'll be okay. No more critical misses. So we're gonna have 9 out of 10, possibly.
Well done. I think your score will stand this year.
I would hope so.
I'll remain here until day's end, awaiting those who wish to shoot for fun. Go on now. There's still more of the fair to see.
I will, thank you very much, adopted father. There's some random chickens over there. Who's that person that we're supposed to go buy a thing from? Galen, right? I mean, we could just check. We've won 2 events so far. To complete the Knave's Challenge, speak with Tarmus the Wizard. Galen the Merchant. There's Galen. Why, you're Dagon's ward, isn't that right? It's been some time. But he didn't happen to mention a shipment of furs, did he? He did, in fact, I have them right here. Ah, good. Dagon's a reliable sort. I always have the highest quality furs. You can't imagine the demands of Neverwinter, relatively speaking. I haven't forgotten his Duskwood bow either. I always come through. You tell Dagon that. I'll warn you, the bow's a bit pricey, but it's fine workmanship. Sneaked it across the Luskan border. Let's trade this thing up then. So we have the Dagon's furs to sell. And we'll probably end up selling these scrolls, because why would we need them? Let's buy that bow like we were supposed to, and we'll keep the change. Maybe, if he lets us.
You shot well today. I do not think your score will be bested.
I'm like double his height. I brought this Duskwood bow for you.
A fine bow. A fine one. Made by one who loves his craft. You may keep the rest of the gold as your allowance for the season. That is all I require of you. No doubt your friends will be eager to return to the fair.
We also gained a level, as you may have noticed by the swirly light. We're going to click the level up button. We are going to take a level of Bard, of course, and we're going to do Bluff, Diplomacy, Lore, and Parry, and Tumble. We're going to save the other 2 for next level. We get 2 new spells. These are level 1 spells. We're going to take Identify. I think. No, that just might not be great for us. Maybe Armor. Oh, Armor's not even on this list. Okay, maybe Identify. And let's go with something like Grease. Grease is always fun. Yeah. Oh, we also have like a cantrip, so let's take Flare. I see. We didn't get any feats, so it kind of sucks, but at least we got up a level. And we're moving on towards our Red Dragon Disciple, which is kind of nice. We're also going to level up our fighter. He has points in parry and taunt. And that's all he's got. So for general feats, he doesn't actually stick around too long, I don't believe. So we're just going to go with mobility for now, I think. And she is our resident wizard. So we're going to go with, you know, her basic wizardy stuff. Lore and spellcraft and concentration's good. One appraise, sure, why not? And we'll go with shield. And what else can we get? Let's go with magic weapon. That's always a good spell. Or yeah, you know what? That's fine. She's got sleep. Sleep's a great level 1 spell, but she's already got it. So.
Well, what do you want?
And Galen doesn't have anything else for us to grab. Orland's done with us. That's the brawlers. Still, we're not in there yet. We need to find that wizard guy, who I think is actually on the other end of the encampment. But we're almost out of time on this video, so what we might do is take our first break here, and then do our next video after I get back from getting a drink. So, like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. We will be continuing on at the fair, and hopefully we will win all of the competitions and get the special prize, quote-unquote. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.